And good evening, everyone. I'm ABC24 meteorologist CJ Cartledge here on the show for today. I hope you all have stayed dry and cool through today because today was actually the hottest day of the year, and we'll be diving into those details in just a few minutes here. Also, stay hydrated even as we move through the days ahead, and even though we have a cool down on the way. That's all coming up in this show. Let's move on to the graphics here. We're going to be talking about the high for today, which reached 100 degrees on the dot. And look how close it is to that daily record high, only 1 degree shy. And that was a record set back 20 years ago today in 2006. Obviously well above that average high of 92 degrees. And we'll be dealing with temperatures very close to the average as we move into the next few days ahead of us here as this cold front moves through tonight, but also brings the potential for severe weather as we move into tonight as well. Here's a look at radar as of right now across the Mid-South. We are dealing with a couple of isolated showers, not too bad as of right now, and most of us definitely need it because of how hot it is out there. We'll take a look at how hot it is around the Mid-South in just a few minutes or so. As you can see with the radar loop through the past 2 hours, we have seen maybe an isolated shower to move into Memphis here, but that was around 2 hours ago. Most of those showers have now moved into Senatobia and just south of Bolivar as well, and near Batesville. They're also seeing a couple isolated showers as well, and just zooming into those areas and maybe a couple of downpours, and it could also produce some lightning. Maybe 1 or 2 strikes are possible just before the cold front moves in tonight. Here's a look at temperatures right now across the Mid-South. We are dealing with around 93 degrees for Memphis, 90 for Holly Springs, 90 also for Oxford, 96, I believe that's what it says here near Forest City, and 98, even higher than that, near Tunica as of right now. Looking at a couple of areas around the metro area here, just the smaller cities. Crawfordsville, 97, Earl, 97 as well. Looking into the Mississippi side of the metro area, Hernando, 89, 90 for Nesbitt, around 94 for Walls, and near Memphis, we're around 93 degrees, just outside of the Memphis Beltway there, around 95 for Frazier, Lakeland, 94, 97 up there by Rosemark and Millington as of right now. Here are the heat index values at the very moment. 105 for Memphis as of right now. Bolivar, 111, 100 near Oxford. That's because I believe they received an isolated shower or two not too long ago. Corinth, 113 at the very moment. It's even warmer than that near Forest City. I believe they peaked out at around 116 in terms of feels like temperatures in the middle of the 5 p.m. show. If it did not increase even higher than that during the 6 p.m. show here. Around 103 for Clarksdale, 108 near Truman. Now, because of these feels like temperatures, we'll be remaining under this extreme heat warning all the way until 9 p.m. tonight. And after 9 p.m., we'll be dealing with the cold front moving through, and we'll also be dealing with a couple of storms as that cold front moves through the Mid-South here from the north. But for those that are under the orange color, which is the heat advisory, that also lasts until 9 p.m. tonight. And that means heat indexes will reach up to 109, potentially up to 110 as well. Here's a look at the rain chances moving through the overnight hours. And as you can see, up to around 30%, which means that cold front that will be moving through will be a line of scattered showers and storms. So I could say that not everybody will see rain, but everybody will receive the cooling effects of this cold front as we move into tomorrow here. It will be a broken line of showers and storms, to say the least. As you can see, just a picture through our hour-by-hour forecast here. By the time we hit around 9 p.m., the storms will be approaching the Memphis metro area. And through the next few hours, we'll be watching these storms move into Dyer County and the northern portions of the Mid-South here near Mississippi County and Lauderdale County as well. More than likely, by the time we reach around sunset or around the sunset hours here, 7 or 8 p.m. But as we move into the rest of the overnight hours, still line of broken storms, and even behind that initial line, we could see a couple of isolated showers as well. The main threats to watch out for are damaging winds. We could see some small hail, pea-sized hail, maybe quarter-sized hail at the very largest in terms of what the storm could produce, and heavy downpours. So all three, once again, damaging winds, small hail, and heavy downpours are possible out of these storms here as they roll through the Memphis Mid-South here. But as it moves into the southern half of the region, we won't see much of a chance for severe weather as most of these storms look to taper off and diminish in its size. And we look forward to a much drier day heading into Wednesday here. That humidity will be washed out to the south as a result of the cold front, and we will be dealing with lesser cloud cover as well. Very similar to what we saw for today outside of the isolated showers that we saw here. But rain chances are expected to remain low through the daytime hours on our Wednesday and through the rest of the week, actually. More than likely on Thursday, may see rain chances rise by the time we hit Friday afternoon potentially, but we'll discuss that in just a little bit. Here's a severe weather threat for tonight, and this is per the Storm Prediction Center. It shows that there's a slightly lower chance for severe weather in the green color that you see there on the screen. Marginal risk for severe weather, slightly higher chance as this cold front slowly makes its way into the Mid-South from the north here. That includes Dyer County, that includes Crockett County, as well as Lauderdale, Haywood, and Mississippi counties are all under this slight risk for severe weather, which is only level 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. But that means there's a heightened chance for damaging winds, small hail, and those heavy downpours that could produce some lightning as well. In terms of the flooding threat for our Tuesday, which is today into tonight, there is pretty much encompasses all areas that are under the severe risk for tonight. Only a level 1 out of 4 marginal risk for flash flooding, but all in all, it's still possible, so you definitely need to take that into account. It will be during the overnight hours, but make sure it's best to know rather than to not know. And as you can see, here's the severe weather threats in terms of how much you really have to worry about, or these chances for these things to occur, or these different types of storm threats to occur. Damaging wind gusts or 60 mile per hour plus wind gusts are on a lower chance. Same thing for large hail as well as flooding rain. We're not expecting any tornadoes to roll through the Mid-South for tonight and into early tomorrow morning potentially. But here's a picture, just a visual image of, or a visual video, I should say, for this cold front moving through. The humidity is going to be washed out all the way to the south, almost eliminating it entirely as we move into our Thursday here. And it will be stuck in the southern and eastern United States while we will be dealing with cooler and more comfortable air as we move into the later part of the work week here. As you can see, our high temperatures will also drop from the mid and upper 90s of what we saw for today into those lower 90s and upper 80s heading into our Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We could see rising temperatures as we move into the weekend and especially into next week, where we could see those heat indices rise back into the triple digits once again. We may even see some heat advisories become issued also as we move into the beginning of next week. Here's a look at our full 7-day forecast for you. We are expecting a cool down starting tonight into tomorrow. That colder air will move in tonight, and we'll be feeling the effects of it heading into tomorrow. So it will be some good relief for you all out there hoping for relief. But if you're not hoping for relief, it's coming up later on in the forecast here. As you can see, we'll be dealing with maybe an isolated shower or two during the morning hours, but we should deal with temperatures remaining in just near or slightly below the average heading through the rest of the week and into the weekend. We will deal with rising temperatures back into those mid and upper 90s heading into the beginning of next week. And that's when we could see some heat advisories be issued once again. That's when you're going to have to stay hydrated once again. You're also going to have to stay hydrated through the rest of this work week and into the weekend as well. But it's a little bit more imperative or important as we move into next week now. So that's all we have for the forecast for right now, but coming up in just a few minutes, Daniel McDonald will have your regional weather forecast.